Hello, Pisces, and welcome to Bow and Arrow Tarot. It's that time again. It's a new month. It's new energies coming in for you. It's July, and we're going to take a moment to check in with your tarot to see what kind of message do we have for the Pisces in my collective for this month. What happenings, what activities will you be going through? So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's jump right into it. We have your first energy coming out. Knight of Cups. Beautiful. Moving towards love, letting somebody know you're interested. Second energy is gain, Nine of Pentacles. Wow. Blessings coming in. Gain, leveling up, resonating up. Definitely when it comes to your health and your finances. Pisces, we also have a Prince of Wands. Beautiful energy. In this deck, the Prince is the same as a page. So we're moving forward. Moving forward with courage this month, moving forward on your ambitions, your goals, your dreams. And then finally, we have a Four of Cups energy. All right, luxury, right? Luxury. In this deck, it's called luxury. In a lot of decks, the Four of Cups energy can be a sort of a denial or, a pushing back on love or the connection, but we're going to get into it. We have Knight of Cups, gain, Prince of Wands, the same as a page, and then we have Four of Pentacles. So let's get right into your reading. I'm so curious about those first two cards in particular, that love connection. So let's see how this all lays out for you. I will be pulling Zodiac runes later on to see what kind of Zodiac signs you may be dealing with, or, what Zodiac signs may even just be in your chart to see who is resonating with this reading. But we will get there. Let's start off with that Knight of Cups energy. Chariot, boom. World card again, showing up for every reading for this July. Unbelievably, for my collective, there's a huge amount of closure and completedness happening. But yeah, some of you, wow, look at this. Chariot comes in. This is really beautiful energy. Chariot is your sister sign, Cancer's card in the tarot. And so with that Knight of Cups, Pisces, you are embarking or preparing to embark, perhaps, right, on a journey of love, on a journey of sort of deep connectedness, right? Moving toward the things that you truly, truly care about and deeply love. There's a completion coming in for you, World card. There is a closure. Some kind of closure is happening for you in July that is going to be allowing you to really open up your heart with that Knight of Cups. This is a general reading for July, so we're not necessarily talking about a particular love connection. And here, Pisces, I do feel like this is more about you just being able to open your heart again, being able to sort of express your feelings and your love after a period of perhaps not being able to have done so. Certainly with that closure and that completed feeling coming in your life with the World card, it does feel very much like a big stage is coming to an end. Queen of Cups is at the bottom. Let's see how this, and Ten of Wands. There's Moon energy, and there's your sign showing up. So you're showing up in your own reading. Moon is the card for Pisces and Tarot. Very powerful. Queen of Cups is there. I think for some of you, there is someone in your life in July, Pisces, that's really going to be a source of healing for you. A source of healing and caring and empathy. The Queen of Cups is extremely nurturing and understanding and empathetic. And she is really the one who can come into your life when it is your heart that needs healing, when it is your heart that needs a little clarity. Ten of Wands indicates that for a long time, Pisces, you've been carrying pain and burden. I think you've been carrying responsibilities on your head that have, weighed heavy, right? Ten of Wands is a real burdened feeling. It's a real feeling of not really knowing where you end and the rest of the world's troubles begin. You've collected all those 10 wands. You see the image there, right? This is the traditional image for the card. You've collected all of these hang-ups and ideas. You've collected burdens. You've collected things that you thought were your responsibility, right? You've collected sort of ideas and held on to things that you believe were your responsibility. And you're just overburdened. You're just completely weighed down to a degree that you just can't see yourself. It's like you don't know where to go anymore. It's also a breaking point and a release, Pisces, right? Especially with the moon showing up, which is your card in tarot. It's your power, your innate power, your deep power, which for Pisces, everyone else who experiences moon energy can be quite fearful of it, apprehensive, anxious. It's a period where things aren't necessarily seen in their full light. You only get a shadow, or you only get sort of a silhouette of what's going on, and it can be very daunting. It can feel like a period of testing. But for you, Pisces, this is exactly the energy that you're at home in. This is the energy, excuse me, that you feel most comfortable in. This is the energy that you feel safe in, and you feel like you can really work through a lot of your issues in this kind of land where things are very ethereal and things are much more on an intuitional feeling basis, right? And so I do feel like July is a great breakthrough period, especially with this support from someone in your life coming through who provides this kind of support. They give you space, it feels like, to be yourself and perhaps to lay down some of these burdens. 10 of Wands comes in for sure exactly at a point in your life when you're ready to lay it down. So let's move on to that 9 of Pentacles. Gain is coming in, and gain, Venus in Virgo energy. Here, when we're talking about gain, we're talking about gain in cooperation. Yes, you have probably, you're the one who's put a lot of work in up until now, but now is the time where you start to reap the rewards. And part of those rewards is being able to level up and start to meet with others, to engage with others. King of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, 4 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Wow. So when I say gain, okay, so 9 of Pentacles, a lot of times, you have traditional, this is a Hermetic deck. So here we're talking about, again, what I said, leveling up gain. Gain in all levels, increasing your money, increasing your health, physically gain in all levels, physically being close or if not having achieved your objective, your goal, but also a feeling of really understanding all that it took, all of the different influences that it took to get there. And so this July, Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles comes in, King and Queen. For some of you, it just feels like there's a partnership here in July that is like a powerhouse, right? I mean, my gosh. You have the King and the Queen showing up side by side. A lot of fire. Lot of fire, Pisces, And definitely a feeling of a power move, a power couple scenario happening, a new opportunity coming in. Money is increasing a lot. Money is increasing a lot. It's almost as if this blockage or this area of your life has probably been taking up a lot of energy. And because this July you're working through this, you're having this supportive energy come through, you're coming to a period of closure in a particular area of your life that has caused you a lot of pain, a lot of pressure. It's as if you resonate right up, boom, this blockage is released, you resonate right up, you and your person. There is a person in your life that is your consort, your equal. You have King and Queen there. It could be a love connection. It could be a partnership. It could be a business partnership that is just a divine partnership, right? You just together, the creativity together is incredible. It's very rare for the two of them to show up side by side. Four of Pentacles, it's going to be about, not only do you level up, but you level up and sort of secure this level. You know what I'm saying? So it's about this blockage gets removed. And for some of you, like you may be getting promotions, you may be buying into your company. You may have opened a business that now is sort of solid, right? Perhaps it's been a while you've been running the business, but now it's solid. It's like you've secured where you're at now. There's a level of security coming in for what you've worked and built up till now. If you're a teacher, you'll be getting tenured, things like that. If you are working in a corporation or something like that, you're going to be getting promoted, or you may be getting shares, or you may be getting some kind of contract that really sorts you out for the foreseeable future, right? If you own a business, you may be resonating up to a level where it's ticking over nicely and you have like a certain amount of turnover that you can count on each month. Things like that are going to be happening for you, Pisces. Very much with this power. And for some of you, this power sort of couple dynamic, specifically when it comes to abundance and working, is going to be like really on fire this July. We move on to the Prince of Wands. As I say, the princes in this deck are the same as pages. And the Page of Wands is the highest card for overcoming fear. You are moving forward in July fearless. I mean, like really fearless. You truly believe in what you're trying to achieve. It's unshakable. Like nobody can shake your belief in your objective or in your goal. You are, right now you're feeling extremely free creatively. Okay. There's just such a feeling, especially with that Chariot coming in. It's like your month begins with such a great release here, and you just follow through with it so nicely. And that Prince of Wands. So let's get some more clarity on what's happening here. Wow, a Three of Swords comes in. Betrayal. And there's your Page of Pentacles. Seven of Wands, continuing to fight. Six of Cups. Interesting. And Nine of Swords. Wow, Page of Wands. So for some of you, there is a heartache that you're getting over. Listen, this situation here, as I say, could also, as we move on into the month and we see this energy here, this situation could very well be about when we come to closure and ending, completedness, right? Ending is more like a death, but this closure and this Chariot, this moving on and all of this may indeed be talking about a connection, Pisces, that was very painful for you, okay, that hurt you. There is still someone coming in who will support you get through all of this. There's an unsurety because later on in the month, you find yourself in a situation where you are having to embody that fearlessness because something does come up that reminds you of the pain with that Three of Swords, Nine of Swords. It reminds you of the betrayal or the pain or whatever it is that you went through that was a heartache. And there's a lot of anxiety here. So you are having to be quite brave through some of these scenarios and situations. It may be just something like a trigger. It feels to me like a trigger, like you're being triggered at some point towards the middle to end of the month, maybe around the middle of the month, perhaps, of July. There's some triggers that are coming in that are going to be really reminding you back to these days, or reminding you back to some pain that you had been dealing with. But nevertheless, there is a feeling here that people who are close to you, people who love you, who support you, who you have deep and long ties with, are there to help you. Pisces, July feels like a month where there's going to be a lot of support coming in for you to deal with whatever shadow or issues or pain that you may be dealing with in July. whatever difficulties there is support coming in from very empathetic people in your life and people that you have deep and long-term affection and ties with. And they will be there for you. And not to say that you're going to have a terrible July and you need so much support, because your July, as I said, financially, health-wise, is really resonating up. But also, you're going through this big change, right? You're letting go of a lot of blocks and burdens you've been carrying. So you're blossoming forward with your freedom in terms of your heart. But there are some triggers that happen at a couple times here through this month. And so in those few moments throughout the month, you will have all the support you need to carry on sort of maintaining yourself, maintaining the stability that you have built up until now, right? Standing your ground. You have Seven of Wands here. So valor, bravery is coming into play. And this Page of Pentacles is there because I do feel like the trigger is going to be something that's very, almost like you don't even realize, or it's very mundane. It may just be someplace that you go or something you do or someone you run into. What flipped over? Eight of Cups. Wow. Someone that you run into that kind of reminds you and triggers you. Some kind of activity may happen, or connection or conversation may happen for you during that period where you just find something out about somebody and it just reminds you of a heartache, or it may even just bring some heartache. Nevertheless, this Eight of Cups is there because I think you do finally turn your back on whatever has hurt you emotionally and love-wise this month. And you kind of are able to finally move on. There's a little bit of hurt that comes in, but it's almost like it's like the final nail in a coffin. And it really allows you to sort of turn your back and move on. So let's do that. Let's move on to the Four of Cups. Strength comes in. Four of Cups energy, Ace of Wands, Three of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Fool. So Four of Cups is a feeling of, sometimes it can be taking things for granted. What's at the bottom? Knight of Wands, more fire. It can be a feeling of taking things for granted, right? Saying no to genuine love, or not appreciating the love that's given, just wasting it. That's that energy in this deck of Four of Cups. Are you wasting the love that's being given to you, the true love, right? So Pisces, you have strength coming in. And I do believe Ace of Wands. So it does feel like there's a whole new beginning coming in. You walk away, you finally say goodbye. I think you go through a few things in July that really allows you to close the door and put a line under a particular relationship, and you kind of really move forward with your pride and your dignity. Ace of Wands indicates that a whole new passionate connection comes in, though. Something new and passionate very much comes in. And I think that is a result of that Four of Cups. Perhaps you finally, in some ways, saying no to the type of love that you don't want, right? Just saying like, look, and that's what I feel, this connection here, now that you're finally getting over it towards the end, it's like, look, I don't want this again. I don't want this kind of connection with somebody, a relationship that causes me pain and anxiety. I don't want that anymore. So I'm not going to give anything back until I know what I'm getting is genuine. So you move forward with that strength. Three of Pentacles, Ten of Swords. Towards the end of the month, it's kind of like you say goodbye to those type of connections, I feel like. I feel like you say goodbye to a part of yourself that allowed yourself to have these kind of connections. And let's be clear, Four of Cups, luxury, energy. Yeah, it's a shallow, like there was certain reasons why you engaged in this, and they may not have been for any deep reasons. So it's just awakening up to what you will and will not accept anymore, and what you will and will not allow to hurt you anymore, because the Fool comes in. You have that Ten of Swords and that full energy. That Ten of Swords is like, yeah, this is it. This is the final nail in the coffin. I'm done. I'm done with this type of unhappiness, this life. I'm done with this outlook on life. It doesn't serve me. I'm ready to sort of move forward, completely move forward with like a totally new and free outlook. So that's pretty much it. I'm going to begin to pull your zodiac runes. I'm going to leave it at that's the love. Well, I say love reading because it ends very much about love and love for yourself. But there's a lot of money and success coming in, increase coming in. But I'm going to go ahead and pull these zodiac runes. Once I'm done with that, I'll be moving on to the extended. So you can follow me over to the extended reading with the link below. But for right now, let's just see what kind of zodiac signs you might be dealing with. Some of you are dealing with a Capricorn. All right. Pisces, some of you are dealing with an Aries. Now, you may also have this energy in your chart. You may want to look where in your chart that energy is at and how it's affecting your transit today. Taurus. Some of you are dealing with a Taurus, or you have Taurus energy in your chart, or people in your life have that energy in your chart and their charts. So that's it, Pisces. This is a great month for release of leftover issues from bad and toxic love connections, but an amazing sort of leveling up in your work, your enterprise, your business, whatever it is that you do, your purpose. Some of you absolutely have a power couple dynamic going on with someone that you do your work with, whether there is love there or not. The most important thing about this connection in July is the work connection, the power connection. You're definitely, the two of you working together, it's just unstoppable. Knight of Wands energy, unstoppable at the bottom of the deck. Everything about this July for you, Pisces, just indicates that you are pushing through, pushing through, pushing through. You're like, there's no stagnation. There's no being frozen or being blocked or anything. You have this complete sort of breakthrough with this Ten of Wands right at the beginning of the month. And from there, it's like you are on fire, like blazing through. You blaze through this issue. Yes, there's some pain. You might have one night where you're thinking about it, but you blaze through this issue and go boom, right into towards the end of the month, you blaze through this strength and this new passion. Again, work shows up again, Three of Pentacles. So it's like this increase happens towards the beginning of the middle of the month. You work through some of this, but by the end of the month, you're right back to the drawing, the work table and continuing to work. This is going to be a period of a lot of work for you, July, August, September, but the type of work that you want and that you love and that is your vision. And, it's like you're putting the graft in, but the reward is coming at the same time. The money is coming in. Believe me when I tell you, Ace of Pentacles and Knight of Pentacles, that devotion and determination you have to your objective is paying off, but you continue to even have more, do more collaborative work, have more sort of, you may be working with more people, consulting with more people, bringing more people onto the team, right? All of those type of things. There's a feeling of expansion here that is really, really big. And that just seems to be happening very quickly. All right, guys, I'm going to call this your July tarot reading. I'm going to sign off here and move over to the extended reading. As I said, follow the link below, but that's it. Pisces cross watchers. Thank you so much for coming to Bow and Arrow Tarot for your July outlook. I'm sure most of you are new to my channel and I do appreciate you coming to check me out. And that's it. I hope to see you again. And I wish you all love, life, and happiness. Bye-bye, Pisces.